Okay, everybody, it's Jim Budd, former senior patrol agent, United States Border Patrol, now immigrant rights activist, doing that for quite a few years now. Um, I have a special request today. A good friend of mine, John Carlos Frey, if you're Latino, you might know who he is. He's a very prominent journalist, was once a telenovela star, but then he moved into actual journalism. Um, He saw a video that I did with the Battalion Samaritans about how over 100 women have died in about a 2-year period, at least a little more than 100 women that we know of for sure. And the El Paso, kind of New Mexico area, Sunland Park area. It's a very small area in which these bodies have been found by the Battalion Samaritans. You can go back on my podcast and see the interview that I did with them. We've been trying to draw attention to this, and unfortunately, the local sheriffs and everybody are making excuses after excuses as to why, when these bodies are found, that they refuse to go out and pick them up and to investigate it, because we really don't know. We assume that they're migrants, but we don't know. We know there's a lot of femicide that goes on in Juarez. It could be cartel related. We just honestly don't know. So it's not just about picking up the remains and returning them to their families. It's also about investigating this and figuring out what's going on. Quite honestly, it could be happening because of a crooked deputy, maybe. It could be happening because of a Border Patrol agent. We have had a serial unaliver before recently in the Border Patrol. So we honestly don't know. And yet the sheriff she's assuming that they're all migrants. And she quite honestly doesn't know because she won't do any investigations. There's been a lot of reports on this, but John Carlos is trying to do a small documentary to call attention to this. Hopefully we can get this out. But essentially, he needs money to do it. And right now, as you can imagine, a lot of people are afraid to talk about these kinds of things. So I'm going to add his video that describes what this project is. And, I almost never ask any of you for money. I do most of my stuff for free. And this time I am asking you for, if you can, $5 or $10 to help support this small project. So I'm going to ask you to do this. I know it's hard times, but if you can afford to donate a little bit of money, I'm going to donate some of my own money, donating my time to this cause, and donating my advice and everything to this cause. And so I would really appreciate it if you would watch this video and give us a little bit of a hand in creating this small documentary to expose what is happening to these women of all ages. And I thank you.
Over the past 2 years, more than 100 bodies of women have been found in a small region of southern New Mexico.
You have over 100 women, all ages, dying in this area in less than 2 years.
See, that has to be investigated. Something is wrong.
Because these are the remains of border crossers, law enforcement does very little to investigate. We're asking for your support to put the pieces together and ultimately produce an investigative documentary.